When you die, you have two choices in life. You could, one, be surrounded by your family and die peacefully in bed. Or you could be blind and charge directly into battle and get absolutely obliterated. Fellas, today we are going through some of the dumbest deaths in history, and then we're gonna rank them. How fire are they? How fire did you die? Now, for some reason, there's a list on Wikipedia that just has the most unusual deaths that you can imagine, which I thought was great. I love people dying, so let's check it out. I gotta say, there are definitely some interesting ones in here. Like, for example, the first emperor of China, Qin Shi Huang. Yep, I'm sure that's how you say that. He died after ingesting several pills of mercury in the belief that it would grant him eternal life. First of all, what a dumbass. It's obviously 8 pills of mercury that grants eternal life. Fucking idiot. Constans II, he was the Byzantine emperor, and it was assassinated with a bucket, according to Theophilus of Edessa. These names are going to give me a stroke. Louis III, or sorry, I didn't add the French degenerate accent to that. Louis III of France. Apparently, dude died at 18 while mounting his horse to pursue a girl who was running to seek refuge in her father's house. And then he hit his head on the lintel of a low door and fell, fracturing his skull. There's a lot to decipher here. Imagine dying as a simp. That hurts, man. That hurts even in the afterlife. That's like dying twice. You actually die, and then you die in everybody else's eyes because you're a bitch-ass simp. Also, why was the girl running away and seeking refuge in her father's house? Is Louis III of France that scary? Hey, maybe the fracturing of his skull was justified. Maybe he deserved it. Oh shit, you know what? I forgot to rate them. That was kind of the whole point of the video. I feel like with King Louis, you just gotta give him an F tier. I mean, that's just such a bitch-ass death. You died as a simp and a girl was running away from you. Probably because you're a simp. She probably smelt it on him. So yeah, that's just a fat F tier. I'm sorry, Louis. I gotta say, probably giving him a C tier because the thought was there. He almost discovered the answer to eternal life. It's 8 pills of mercury, not 7. So I guess he really did humanity a favor there, discovering eternal life. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a C for that. Okay, now that I've ranked people, now we can continue. Edmund Ironside. The English king was allegedly stabbed whilst on a toilet by an assassin hiding underneath. The phrase, "I have so many questions," doesn't even begin to justify what I feel right now. I want to know where he got stabbed, and I also want to know, was it painful? And also, did he like it? I gotta say, the assassin who killed that guy, that is straight determination. He must have been paid a fat bag to do that. Like, I don't know if you guys have ever seen the model of the toilets, or at least the Renaissance ones. Like, I'm just imagining the assassin climbing in through this, climbing all the way up, and then stabbing him to death through his little anus. That's determination. That guy deserves a raise. I feel like for the cause of death alone, I gotta put him in A tier because I feel like that just makes sense. Like, imagine having it on your gravestone that you died by toilet. Or I guess you didn't die by toilet, but you got killed while on the toilet. And that kind of shit stays with you forever. No pun intended. I mean, Elvis Presley died on the toilet, and I feel like everybody knows that. So I'm gonna give it an A. I feel like that's just fair. All right, next we got Sigurd the Mighty of Orkney. So apparently the second Earl of Orkney strapped the head of his defeated foe, Mael Brigitte, and he strapped it to his horse's saddle. Brigitte's teeth rubbed against Sigurd's leg as he rode, causing a fatal infection. That's wild. How do you not feel that, though? How do you not feel fucking teeth ground up against your leg? Actually, I just totally blew aside the most important question. Why was he carrying his head with him? I know it was a big thing at the time to like put a head on a stake and post it somewhere to kind of show that you kicked somebody's ass, but for his teeth to rub on his leg so long that he got infected from it, that trip must have taken hours, bro. Hey, maybe he was using that head for some other reasons. Henry I of England. While visiting relatives, he supposedly ate too many lampreys against his physician's advice. What are lampreys? Oh god, they don't look nice. They're a group of jawless fish comprising the order... I am not even gonna try and pronounce that. They look like a disease, man. Ew, oh my god. You willingly ate that? He was down bad. Victims of the Erfurt latrine disaster. Oh god, it's more shit play. While Henry VI, the King of Germany, was holding an informal assembly at the Petersburg Citadel in Erfurt, the combined weight of the assembled nobles caused the wooden second-story floor of the building to collapse. Jesus Christ. Most of the nobles fell fell through into the latrine cesspit below the ground floor, where about 60 of them drowned in liquid excrement. Oh god, that's an L. Oh shit, I keep forgetting to rank them. Dude, I'm the worst at ranking these. It's because I don't have my tier list made right in front of me. Sigurd the Mighty of Orkney, he gets like an A tier for me again, because I just think it's funny that he died from pretty much instant karma. He died by MW2 perk pretty much, so I'm giving him an A for that. Henry the First of England, I'm just giving him an F. It's such a lame death. Lampreys look disgusting, and I would never. Now, the victims of the Erfurt latrine disaster. What makes an S tier death? That's a sad way to go, man. I gotta give it an E, I think. George Plantagenet, Duke of Clarence. The first Duke of Clarence was allegedly executed by drowning in a barrel of Malmsey wine. Apparently his own choice once he accepted he was to be killed. Well, hey, if you're gonna die one way, you might as well at least die as an alcoholic. Yeah, you know what? I think that's our first S tier. Put him up there. A round of applause, everybody. All right, next we got Charles the 8th of France. The French king died as a result of striking his head on the lintel of a door while on his way to watch a game of real tennis. Why do we have so many people dying by doors? Like, listen, I know the doors back then were made for midgets. I've been in a few castles before, but fucking Christ, this dude must have been tall. It doesn't say how tall he was, but I mean, as a tall guy myself, I've fucking bumped into a few door frames in my time. I'm surprised I haven't died yet like him, to be honest. I've done it so many times. I think I gotta give that a B tier. You can't be dying by door frames, bro. That's just such a lame way to die, but it's still better than dying in liquid shit. All right, Pietro Aretino, the influential Italian author and libertine, is said to have died of suffocation from laughing too much at an obscene joke during a meal in Venice. What do you think the joke was? Do you think he said some like edgy shit? Do you think he dropped some like slurs or something? I think death by funny is definitely worth an S tier, right? Like, so far, if you're gonna die, the two best ways are to die either by being an alcoholic or just laughing to death from a slur. I don't know why that's the best outcome, but it just is. Don't question it. Hans Steininger, the Burgomaster. What the fuck is that? The Burgomaster. Sorry, this is off topic. Master of the town borough fortress. Oh, he was like a town mayor. Okay, I see you. He died apparently when he broke his neck by tripping over his own beard. The beard, which was 4.5 feet long at the time, was usually kept rolled up in a leather pouch. Dude, imagine your own facial hair turning on you. That'd be tragic. I'm trying to imagine how you step on your own beard and break your neck. I guess if you step on it hard enough, it would like whip your neck down, maybe give you some whiplash. I think I gotta give it a B because as cool as death by facial hair sounds, it's not as cool as dying as an alcoholic. So yeah, that's an easy B tier for me. Francois Vatel. He was responsible for a banquet for 2,000 people hosted in honor of King Louis the 14th at the Châtel de Chantenil. Vatel was so distraught about the lateness of the seafood delivery and about other mishaps that he committed suicide with his sword, and his body was discovered when someone came to tell him of the arrival of the fish. That is the most drama queen-esque thing I've ever read. You know when people will say they'll commit seppuku in this day and age because of some little thing? This guy took that seriously. He heard about the lateness of his fish and he chose violence. I feel like that didn't even help his case. I feel like it just made the event worse because who's gonna cook the fish now? You're fucking dead, bro. Although I do respect the grind. I gotta give him an A. Molière. The French playwright suffered a pulmonary hemorrhage caused by tuberculosis while playing the part of a hypochondriac in his own play Le Malade Imaginaire. He disguised his convulsion as part of his performance and finished out the show, which ends with his character dead in a chair. After the show, he was carried in the chair to his house where he died. Well, that's just, I think that's even more dedication than the other guy. Do you think I should commit death just to finish out this YouTube video? Fuck, I might do it just to prove a point, man. That's an A. Easy. Sir William Payne Galloway, the 2nd Baronet. The former British MP died after sustaining severe internal injuries when he fell on a turnip. Well, that's just a straight tragedy. Fucking death by turnip. Also, severe internal injuries. What does a turnip look like when it's in the ground? What the fuck? How did he die by that? Severe internal injuries. Okay, well, I guess I could see that one, maybe. It's probably like falling on a rock or something, but still. I want to know how and where he fell. Death by turnip, though. That's got to be up there. That's a B. That's a good, healthy B. Bridget Driscoll. The first recorded case of a pedestrian killed in a collision with a motor car in Great Britain was struck on the grounds of the Crystal Palace in London by a car belonging to the Anglo-French Motor Carriage Company while giving demonstration rides. Bro, I can just imagine this demonstration ride. They're like riding along talking about the car. Hey, this is some great piece of technology. This is really gonna be revolutionary. Oh my god, what was that? I don't fucking know. Stanton Walker. Okay, this one's a fucking novel. The 20-year-old was watching an amateur baseball game in Morristown, Ohio with a friend on either side of him. One of the friends borrowed a knife from the other to sharpen his pencil as he was keeping score. And when he was finished, he passed the knife to Walker to pass to the other friend. As Walker was holding the knife, a foul ball struck him in the hand and drove the knife into his chest next to his heart. His friends asked if he was hurt, and he said not much, but the wounds soon began to bleed heavily and he died within minutes. What can I even say about that? How does that happen? I'm so confused, man. So when his friends asked if he was okay, did they not notice the fucking ounces of blood just pouring out of his wound? Because he died within minutes. It must have been a shit ton of blood. That's such an obscene and specific way to die, man. I think for just how obscure it is, I feel like I have to put it in S as well, because it's just like, what are the odds of that even happening again? That probably will never happen again. Yeah, I'll throw it in S. I'll throw it in S. I feel like we ended up putting a lot of guys in the A tier. I'm not really sure. Maybe I'm just a necrophiliac.